Okay, as you can tell, we're still having a great time in Paris. And both of us are slightly smashed. But so today we we went and had...
Wait, we got up late again?
Well, no, it wasn't too late. It was,
Well,
it wasn't dawn, but it was, it was 8:30 or something like that. So we went over to Starbucks and had coffee and croissant, and then we came back and got our stuff together and took the metro over to the Galeries Lafayette.
Wait, first we went to the Louvre and we got attacked by those.
Yeah, but who cares about them?
Okay, well, okay.
I don't want to focus on people who do rotten things for a living. Anyway.
Sorry.
So, anyway, we went to Galeries Lafayette, which was a complete madhouse. Evidently, there's more than one building, from what I understand, but we were in the original building, and it was, it's 7 floors of course, Christmas shoppers, but it's all very high-end, and we had, several adventures on the floors. There was the feathered skirt.
Oh, yeah.
And we did have lunch there, actually. I didn't think they had restaurants, but they did. So we actually had sushi at the Galeries Lafayette.
It was wonderful.
It was very good. And Lynn proceeded to buy one of everything in the store.
Green gloves, green leather gloves.
Really?
Groves.
And we went up to the top floor. You go up out on the roof, and it has the most amazing view of Paris. And so we were taking pictures and up there, and it was very, very windy and cold, but just beautiful, beautiful views, and lots of it's those buildings you think of when you think of Paris. Just these unbelievable, ornate, gold-topped buildings with the tall windows and the Juliet balconies and the wrought iron scrolling, and it's what I love about coming over here. It's really great to go see the monuments and all of that stuff, but just walking around Paris and looking at the buildings and
just the liveliness of...
Yeah, and the people and the busyness and the shops and, the businesses, and everything is just... People have these shops, and they're small, and they're just so. They're just perfect. You go in, and they have whatever it is they specialize in. It's just fantastic. And so we went there. We were there for quite a while, walking around, and then we came back to the hotel to drop off our loot. And
what little we had left.
And then we went. We decided to go. We keep going out of the hotel and going to the left and heading out to Rambuteau. No, what is that? Rambuteau Avenue. And so this time we decided to go out of the hotel, and we went to the right, and we started wandering up the street.
Which is Temple Street.
Temple.
And let me tell you, it's a temple, all right?
Yeah. But then we came up, we were following the lights, all the Christmas lights strung across the street. So we come to the end of Avenue Temple, and we look and followed the lights to the right, and we were on Avenue Archive. And I was like, if I come back to Paris, I want a hotel in this neighborhood right here, because it was cheese shops and chocolate shops and jewelry stores and art shops, and it was great. And
artist area. Artist area. It's wonderful.
And
talk about Sydney and his chair.
And we met Monsieur Sidney Caron, and he is a jewelry designer. He started, he was quite the bon vivant when he was a younger man. He called himself the last hippie. He started designing jewelry back in, what, the 70s?
35 years ago.
35 years.
In Bali.
In Bali, before it became a tourist mecca.
Yeah.
And you could tell by the pictures that he was quite the ladies' man.
Oh,
He still is
yeah.
quite the ladies' man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But wonderful jewelry, just really nice, really well designed. And he had this old bicycle in his shop that was just leaning up against the wall, and I was just like enamored of this bicycle.
It was made from different parts.
Yeah, he made it.
Yeah.
I thought it was from like the early 20th century, but it had a seat from a tractor on it and had a steering wheel instead of handlebars. It was just the most awesome, it was an actual working bicycle, but it was as a piece of art, it was fantastic. And I keep using that word a lot, but Paris really is fantastic, fabulous, and awesome. I have to expand my vocabulary to talk about how great this is.
Magical.
It's magical.
For all senses. Absolutely.
It just takes over your entire,
Yeah.
however many senses you have working at that point, and then expands on them. So by this time we were hungry, and we decided
we were starving.
We were starving, and we walked past a few bistros, and then we went to this one. It was right on the corner, and it was kind of
iffy.
Interesting and kind of iffy looking, but kind of interesting and everything. And we looked at the menu, and
we were looking for soup.
We can't find. Nobody makes soup in this town. If it is, it's French onion, and I like French onion, but who wants to eat it night after night? So we looked at the menu, and Lynn said, "This looks really good." So we went in there.
Le Bouquet Archive.
Le Bouquet Archive.
Jan is the manager.
And
wow.
Oh God, the food, the Jules Verne was fabulous. The presentation and just the whole experience, and the food that we got served was delicious.
And James was wonderful.
And James, the sommelier. But Les Archives was a whole different level. The food was so good, but it was on a comfort food level.
Mm-hmm.
I had veal in a morel sauce, and you had...
I had the beef pavé Savère with aligot, which is mashed potatoes, which I didn't know, served with béarnaise, and oh my God.
So my veal was served with rice, but I wanted mashed potatoes as well. Well, they bring out the mashed potatoes. The side dish of mashed potatoes is like this, one for each of us, right?
And
so
they got Tony cheese in it.
They're just creamy and not a lump in them, and then you dip your fork in, and here it's cheese in this mashed. So good.
And Dana didn't want to put her finger to get all the rest of it at the end, so I did.
So then we decided we were going to have dessert.
Oh, si bol.
And I had...
we had wine with dinner, by the way.
We had wine, of course we had wine with dinner. And so then we both ordered an after-dinner drink, and I had...
We had to ask for it, because it wasn't on the menu.
But I had Grand Marnier, and you had Bailey's, and she had a chocolate mousse, which I was tempted. But I asked Jan, I said, chocolate mousse or creme brulee pistachio? And he said the creme brulee. Well, it was the best creme brulee I've ever had. Creme brulee is my favorite dessert. The sugar was caramelized perfectly. The custard was unbelievable. Sometimes you can taste the egg in the custard in the creme brulee, and you couldn't taste it in this. It was just perfection in a bowl.
And Dana actually shared a little bite with me. It was wonderful.
It was a little bite.
I've never had it.
And then at the very end, I took my finger.
She did that for that.
Because they'll never see us again.
Rebel Dana.
And we were talking to these two gentlemen.
Michael and somebody else.
And they're from London, and they come through Paris a lot because they're close, and they have a house, a vacation house in Turkey they were on their way to. And Michael works once a month in Strasbourg, so of course they have to come to Paris on their way. And
their meal looked really good too. We could smell it.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And so they were just absolutely charming. So when we were leaving, we got the bill and we paid it because it was starting to get really crowded. It seems like a very popular place, which it should be, because the food is really very, very good.
And the service is excellent.
And the service is excellent. And they're, once again, the French people, so nice, so welcoming, very glad to talk to you, and, you know, just a wonderful time. So we were on our way out the door, and as we go out the door, Jan, who's manager, comes over and he puts 2 liqueur glasses on it, and he pours this.
He says, girls.
Yes, this is a specialty of the house as a present for you, and it was a liqueur that they make there that has grapefruit and I think a little pineapple in it, and it was just so refreshing. And wow, were we toasted when we lived there.
We walked in the rain, we didn't care.
We didn't care, we walked in the rain back here and didn't care.
And we actually made our way home quicker because it was a straight line.
Yeah, we were walking like this on the way there, and on the way back we just... So that's been our adventure today. Tomorrow morning we are going to the Louvre in the morning. And in the afternoon, I don't know what we're going to do in the afternoon, but tomorrow night is Notre Dame de Paris.
Finally.
It's finally here. And Mr. B, we get to see Mr. B in the concert. Go listen to that, of course, and everybody else as well. But you know why we're here.
I'll admit it. I'm here for Bruno only.
Yes, we're here for Bruno.
Yeah.
So that's about all we have to say for our Thursday. And hopefully I can get this video to post on Facebook, although I can't guarantee anything. But stay tuned, because there'll be more.